Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm truly honored, truly grateful that you are here with me today for this very important, potentially life-changing conversation. If you are 60 years and above, this message is especially for you. And if you have parents, grandparents, uncles, aunties, neighbors, or elderly friends in this age group, please listen carefully and consider sharing this video with them. What we are about to discuss today could truly transform someone's life, bring them healing they have needed for years, and help them find the peace they so deeply deserve. After 60 years of age, life should naturally become calmer, more peaceful, more fulfilling, and more joyful. This is meant to be the golden season of reflection, of enjoying the fruits of your many years of hard labor, of spending precious time with grandchildren and watching them grow into beautiful human beings, of finally getting the rest you have earned through decades of work, and most importantly, of experiencing deep, lasting personal peace. You have worked hard for decades, often without recognition, often without thanks. You have raised families, sometimes single-handedly, sometimes while also working full-time. You have sacrificed your own dreams, your own needs, your own health, and your own desires so that others could succeed and be happy. You have contributed to your communities, paid your taxes, volunteered your time, and played your part in building the world we live in today. Now is your time. Now is your season to receive, to rest, and to rejoice. But sadly, tragically, heartbreakingly, many seniors are still trapped in unfriendly, toxic relationships. Relationships that are filled with disrespect, emotional stress, manipulation, guilt-tripping, gaslighting, and sometimes even financial exploitation. These harmful relationships drain their energy, affect their physical and mental health, rob them of their joy, and steal the peace they have so rightfully earned. Today we are having an honest, compassionate, and absolutely necessary conversation about recognizing these damaging relationships, understanding why they happen and why people stay in them despite the pain, and most importantly, how to break free and choose peace. Today we will be talking about several critically important topics that every senior should understand, recognize, and act upon. First, how to recognize an unfriendly relationship and the subtle, often hidden signs that many people miss until it is too late. Second, why it is absolutely okay, even necessary, to let go after 60, and why this decision is actually an act of wisdom, courage, and self-love, not selfishness. Third, how to break away peacefully without creating unnecessary drama, guilt, or family conflict. And finally, how to rebuild your emotional life with confidence, joy, purpose, and a renewed sense of self after letting go. This conversation may be sensitive, may touch on painful memories, may bring up difficult emotions you have suppressed, but it is absolutely necessary. Many seniors suffer in silence, thinking they have no choice, thinking they must endure until the end, thinking that this is just how life is supposed to be. But I am here to tell you, with all the love in my heart, that you do have a choice, and you deserve peace, you deserve happiness, you deserve respect. You deserve to live your remaining years in joy, not in suffering. Let's begin this important journey together. Let us begin by truly understanding what an unfriendly relationship actually is, because many people misunderstand this important concept. Many think it only applies to loud arguments, physical abuse, or dramatic conflicts that everyone can see. But an unfriendly relationship is not always loud or dramatic. In fact, sometimes the most damaging relationships are the quiet ones. The most damaging relationships are the quiet ones. The subtle ones, the ones hidden beneath a surface that looks completely normal. Sometimes these relationships appear fine from the outside, even to friends and family who might observe them and say, "Oh, they seem fine together, I don't see any problems." But inside, behind closed doors, the person suffering feels small, unappreciated, used, disrespected, or constantly anxious and walking on eggshells. This kind of toxic emotional environment can happen with many different people in your life, not just romantic partners. It can happen with old friends you have known for decades, people who once brought you joy but now only bring stress. It can happen with family members, including siblings, cousins, nieces, nephews, or other relatives who may take you for granted. It can happen with adult children who may have grown distant, demanding, or disrespectful over the years. It can happen with in-laws who never truly accepted you into the family. And yes, it can even happen with long-term partners or spouses, people you have shared your bed, your home, and your life with for many years. At 60 years and above, your emotional strength, your physical energy, and your resilience are different from when you were younger. You may not have the same energy for conflict, drama, emotional battles, and constant stress like you did at 30 or 40. Your body needs rest, your mind needs peace, and your spirit needs nurturing. And that is completely okay. It is not a weakness. It is wisdom that comes with age. Peace becomes more valuable than pride. Health becomes more important than winning arguments or proving points to people who will never listen. I want you to ask yourself this important question right now. And please be completely honest with yourself, even if the answer is painful. Does this relationship give me peace, or does it give me pressure? Does this person lift me up and make me feel good about myself, or do they bring me down and make me feel inadequate? Do I feel better after spending time with them, or do I feel worse, drained, and exhausted? If the honest answer is that this relationship gives you pressure consistently, that is a red flag that should not be ignored. That is your inner wisdom, your intuition, speaking to you, telling you that something needs to change for your own well-being. Unfriendly relationships often develop slowly over time, so gradually that you might not even notice the shift. What started as a healthy, loving connection may have gradually become toxic through years of small hurts, disrespect, and boundary violations. People change, circumstances change, and sometimes relationships that once brought joy now only bring pain. Recognizing this is the first step toward healing and reclaiming your peace. You are not imagining things. You are not being too sensitive. Your feelings are valid. Now let us talk in detail about the clear warning signs that indicate it may be time to let go of a relationship. These signs are critically important to recognize because they indicate that a relationship has become harmful to your well-being and may be damaging your health and happiness in ways you might not even realize. Sign number 1. You feel emotionally drained after every single interaction. After speaking with them on the phone, meeting them in person, or even just thinking about them, you feel emotionally exhausted, depleted, tired, and like you need to recover. Healthy relationships should energize you, uplift you, and make you feel good about yourself. If you consistently feel like you need to rest and recover after any contact with someone, that is a major warning sign that this relationship is toxic. Sign number 2. They only contact you when they need something, especially money, favors, or help with their problems. There's no genuine care for your well-being, no sincere interest in how you are doing, no regular check-ins just to see if you are okay. The only time you hear from them is when they want something from you. This is not a real relationship. This is a transaction, and you deserve so much better than to be used. Sign number 3. They consistently disrespect your age, your experience, and your wisdom. They dismiss your opinions as old-fashioned, irrelevant, or out of touch. They speak to you harshly, condescendingly, rudely, or like you are a child. They make you feel like your thoughts, feelings, and perspectives do not matter. At 60 years and above, respect is not optional or a luxury. It is a basic fundamental requirement for any healthy relationship. You have lived long enough, experienced enough, and contributed enough to deserve respect. Sign number 4. You are always the one apologizing, even when you did absolutely nothing wrong. You find yourself saying sorry just to keep the peace, just to avoid conflict, just to make the tension go away, even when you know deep down in your heart that you are not at fault. This is a form of emotional manipulation and gaslighting, and it slowly but surely erodes your self-esteem, your confidence, and your sense of self-worth. Sign number 5. They make you feel guilty for having your own needs, boundaries, or desires. They act like you are being selfish when you prioritize yourself. They make you feel bad for saying no or for taking time for yourself. This is controlling behavior. Sign number 6. They gossip about you, spread rumors, or try to turn other family members against you. They damage your reputation and relationships with others. Sign number 7, and perhaps the most serious, your physical health is being negatively affected. Stress from toxic relationships can raise your blood pressure to dangerous levels, increase your blood sugar levels, cause anxiety and depression, create sleep problems and insomnia, and weaken your immune system. Your body reacts when your spirit is disturbed. Headaches, digestive issues, chronic fatigue, body aches, and other physical symptoms can all be caused or worsened by emotional stress. At this stage of life, protecting your health is protecting your future. No relationship, no matter how long it has lasted or who it is worth sacrificing your health for. If you recognize several of these signs in a relationship in your life, please take this seriously. Your peace and health are too precious to compromise. Many seniors stay in toxic relationships despite knowing deep down that they are harmful. Understanding why this happens is so important because it helps us address these barriers and find the courage to make necessary changes for our own well-being. Many seniors stay because of an intense fear of loneliness. They think, if I leave this relationship, I will be completely alone. I will have no one in my life. I will die alone. These fears are real and valid, but here is an important truth that you need to hear. Being alone is very different from being emotionally abused. Being alone can be peaceful, restorative, empowering, and even joyful. You can be alone and still be happy, still be fulfilled, still be connected to life. Being in a toxic relationship is draining, damaging, exhausting, and harmful to every part of your being. Loneliness can be addressed by building new connections, joining communities, volunteering, and reaching out. But the damage from a toxic relationship can take years to heal and may shorten your life. Another reason people stay is the weight of long history together. They say, we have known each other for 40 years. We have been through so much together, good times and bad. How can I just walk away now after all this time? But here's the truth. History does not guarantee respect, love, care, or happiness. The length of a relationship does not determine its quality or its value in your life today. A 40-year relationship that brings you pain, stress, and suffering is not better than peace, no matter how long it has lasted. Time invested does not mean you must continue investing in something that harms you. Family pressure and social expectations are another major barrier. People worry constantly. What will others say? What will the family think? What will the neighbors say? Will I be judged? Will I be gossiped about? But remember this important truth. People will talk whether you are happy or unhappy. People will have opinions no matter what you do. The question is, whose happiness matters more, yours or theirs? At the end of the day, you are the one living your life, feeling your feelings, experiencing your experiences, not them. Financial dependence is a very real and serious concern for many seniors. Sometimes, seniors depend on someone financially, whether it is an adult child, a partner, a spouse, or another family member. In such cases, wisdom and careful planning are essential before making any big move. You may need to seek financial advice from a professional, explore government assistance programs available for seniors, or gradually build your own financial independence. The key is to move wisely, not emotionally. Do not make rash decisions, but do start planning for your freedom and independence. Cultural expectations can also play a role. In many cultures, elders are expected to endure, to sacrifice, to always put family first no matter what. But your well-being matters too. You can honor your culture while also honoring yourself. Understanding these barriers is the first step to overcoming them. You are not weak for staying, but you are strong for considering change. Now let us talk about how to break away from unfriendly relationships peacefully and with dignity. The goal is not to create drama, hurt others, or seek revenge. The goal is to protect your peace, your health, and your well-being while maintaining your own integrity. Step number 1. Reduce access gradually but consistently. Limit phone calls. Limit visits. Limit emotional sharing with people who do not value you or treat you well. You do not need to announce this publicly or make a big declaration. Simply become less available over time. Let calls go to voicemail sometimes. Be busy when they want to visit. Share less of your personal thoughts, feelings, and plans. Distance creates peace, and peace creates healing. Step number 2. Set clear, firm boundaries and stick to them. Learn to say calmly but firmly, I cannot support this financially anymore. I need peace at this stage of my life. I do not appreciate being spoken to that way. Please respect my decision. No is a complete sentence. There's no need for shouting, fighting, arguing, or explaining yourself repeatedly. Just firmness, clarity, and consistency. Boundaries are not mean or selfish. They are absolutely necessary for healthy relationships. Step number 3. Avoid revenge or trying to hurt them back. Do not spread gossip about them. Do not try to turn others against them. Do not seek to punish them or make them suffer. Your goal is peace, not victory. When you seek revenge, you stay emotionally connected to the person who hurt you. When you seek peace, you free yourself completely and can move forward. Step number 4. Seek emotional support during this transition. Talk to a trusted friend who understands and will not judge you. Speak with a pastor, priest, imam, or religious leader who can offer spiritual guidance and prayer. Consider seeing a counselor or therapist who specializes in senior issues and relationship challenges. Join a support group where you can share your experiences with others going through similar situations. You do not have to go through this alone. Support makes the journey easier and less frightening. Step number 5. Focus on self-care during this time. Eat well, sleep well, exercise, and do things that bring you joy. Taking care of yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. Remember, breaking away does not mean you hate the person. It means you love yourself enough to choose peace. After ending an unfriendly relationship, you may experience a wide range of emotions, sometimes all at once. You might feel relief that the stress is finally over. You might feel sadness about what was lost, even if it was toxic. You might feel guilt, wondering if you did the right thing or if you were too harsh. You might feel a sense of freedom and new possibilities opening up before you. All of these feelings are completely normal, valid, and part of the healing process. Give yourself permission to feel them all without judgment. Now focus on rebuilding your life with intention, purpose, and joy. First, rediscover your interests and passions that may have been buried under years of stress and obligation. What did you love doing before life got complicated? Reading, gardening, attending church activities, joining community groups, painting, cooking, writing, music, or learning new skills. Reconnect with the activities that bring you genuine happiness and make you feel alive. Second, strengthen positive relationships in your life. Spend more time with people who respect you, value, appreciate you, and lift you up. Nurture connections with friends, family members, or community members who bring positivity, laughter, and support into your life. Quality relationships are far more important than quantity. Third, take care of your health more than ever before. Walk daily, even if it is just around your neighborhood or in a local park. Eat nutritious foods that nourish your body and give you energy. Sleep properly and establish a healthy sleep routine. Your physical health and emotional health are deeply connected, and both deserve your attention. Fourth, practice forgiveness, but do not feel pressure to reconnect immediately. Forgiveness brings peace to your own heart and frees you from carrying anger, but it does not mean you must allow the person back into your life. Boundaries protect your peace. You can forgive someone and still keep your distance. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. Fifth, create new routines and traditions that bring you joy. Start a morning coffee ritual. Join a weekly class. Visit new places. Your life is yours to design. Let me tell you a powerful story. There was a 67-year-old woman named Grace. Grace worked for over 35 years as a dedicated teacher, shaping young minds and giving her best every day. She raised 3 children with love, patience, and sacrifice. She gave up many of her own dreams, her own desires, so her family could succeed. After retirement, she expected peace, rest, joy, and time for herself. But instead of peace, she found constant pressure. Her adult son only called when he needed money, never to ask how she was doing. Her old friend constantly criticized her lifestyle, her choices, her appearance. Her sister reminded her of past mistakes every time they spoke, never letting her forget. Grace started feeling tired, not physically, but emotionally exhausted in a way she had never experienced. She began losing sleep, waking up anxious. Her blood pressure increased to dangerous levels. She felt anxious whenever her phone rang, never knowing who would demand what from her. One day, she sat quietly in her favorite chair and asked herself a life-changing question. Is this how I want to spend the rest of my life? Is this the peace I worked so hard for? That question changed everything. Grace did not fight, did not argue, did not insult anyone. She simply started choosing peace, one small decision at a time. She reduced calls. She stopped sending money she could not afford. She stopped explaining herself to people who never listened. And something beautiful happened. Her smile returned. Her health improved. Her mind became calm and clear. Grace said something powerful that I want you to remember. At my age, peace is more important than approval. Many seniors are like Grace. You have sacrificed. You have endured. You have tolerated. But after 60, life should not be about survival. It should be about peace, joy, and living fully. At 60 years and above, you have lived long enough to know that peace is truly priceless. You have experienced enough of life to understand what really matters and what does not. You have worked hard for decades, often without recognition or appreciation. You have sacrificed for others, putting their needs before your own. You have raised families, built communities, and contributed to the world in countless ways. Now it is your season. It is your time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It is your time to rest, to reflect, to rediscover who you are, and to find joy in the simple things. You are not selfish for choosing peace. You are wise. You are not wrong for setting boundaries. You are protecting your well-being. You are not unloving for distancing yourself from toxic people. You are loving yourself enough to demand the respect you deserve. If this message helped you today, if it spoke to your heart, if it gave you courage, please take a moment to like this video. Share it with a senior who might need to hear these words. Subscribe to our channel for more advice, encouragement, wisdom, and support for seniors after 60.